Hey friends, Matt here for Toolbox Talks. Today's topic is heat stress. Now let's get started. Heat stress can be one of the most serious consequences of working in the heat. Damage to your body from the heat can be deadly. Here are 4 types of heat stress. The most basic and least harmful type of heat stress is the heat rash. Change clothes and use powder or medicated cream to help if this continues. A more intense type of heat stress is heat cramps. Heat cramps happen in muscle groups such as your back, legs, and primarily in the abdomen. Drink water, consume electrolytes, or eat some salty foods to help. Now we're talking about heat exhaustion. It's the next level of heat stress. Here's a list of some of the signs and symptoms: profuse sweating, dizziness, nausea or vomiting, weakness, fatigue, ringing in the ears, headaches, intense headaches, weak pulse, rapid pulse, cool skin, and muscle cramps. If you experience these, please take a break and rest in the shade or in the AC. Drink water. If there's no improvement in an hour, seek medical attention. It's better to rest for an hour and improve than to push on and risk harsh injury. Take heat exhaustion seriously, because once you've had it, it's easier for you to get it again. Now, if you keep pushing and ignore all of the previous signs or symptoms, you could die. That's because heat stroke is the most severe type of heat stress. Here are the list of signs and symptoms of heat stroke: red, patchy, and dry skin, low or no sweating, excessive body temperature, we're talking over 104 degrees, severe headaches, rapid breathing, racing pulse, and abnormal behavior such as acting drunk on the roof. This is really bad, or if they're suddenly combative. Heat stroke will result in death if not treated. If your coworker's face is dry and red, they're somewhat incoherent, or showing any other signs of heat stroke, act quickly and call 911. Then, cool him down with any means possible. Shade, AC, removing and wetting clothing, ice packs under the armpits. This all sounds terrible, but what if it happened to you? You can greatly reduce your risk of heat rashes, cramps, exhaustion, stroke, and death with acclimatization and good practices. Simply put, this means take more time to work up to working in the heat. If you're not used to working hard in the heat, you are more likely to develop heat-related problems, such as exhaustion or stroke. Work hours should be gradually increased over a 2-week period to build up endurance. Acclimatization really does help, but there are also some other practices we can do to help. The easiest and most important thing you can do to survive the heat is to stay hydrated. And proper hydration starts the night before the work. Drink 2 glasses of water before you go to bed and 2 more when you get up. Once you get on the job, you should be drinking several bottles of water per hour. Do not wait until you're thirsty.
But Matt, I don't want to drink too much water. Besides, my crew doesn't need that much.
2 bottles of water are not going to get the job done in an 8-hour shift in 120 degrees. When you take breaks in the shade or AC, you should be drinking more water, especially when you feel like you don't want to drink water. Chug another bottle. The more water you drink, the more likely you are to survive the heat. Here's a chart to show how much water you should be drinking based on your age, weight, and activity level. Weather, health, or medication, or amount of sweat will increase the water you should be drinking. Now, if you'll actually take a moment and find yourself on this chart, you'll probably realize you're not drinking enough water. Go ahead, we'll wait. If you're showing up in the morning and picking up one 40-pack of water for a crew of 5 guys, that's not gonna cut it. Your crew will need at least 2 40-packs of water to get through an 8-hour day. Keep that water in the shade, don't leave it out on the roof. The color of your urine is an easy test to make sure you're drinking enough water. You need to be up here, not down here. Clear good, dark bad. If you're not sure where you're at on the chart, or you can't remember if you went to the bathroom today, you probably are not drinking enough water.
But Matt, my crew lives on Bang Energy and coffee. We don't need no water.
There are no substitutes for water. Caffeine dehydrates you. Alcohol dehydrates you and gets you fired. Be very careful with energy drinks. You need water, not soda, not Bang, not beer. Water. For electrolytes, balance Gatorade or other sports drinks by drinking no more than 1 bottle of Gatorade for every 4 bottles of water. Here's how to drink a bottle of water. If you're thirsty, everyone else is probably thirsty too, so pass out some bottles and make sure everyone drinks together. Chug that water down. Don't waste it by taking a few sips and leaving it on the roof to be mixed up with everyone else's. Crush the bottle and put the cap back on it. Then throw it away so it won't blow around on the roof. Make sure you get plenty of rest. Your body needs the energy from sleep to work a hard day in the sun. Make sure you're eating good meals. This is not a good time to be a vegetarian. If you have the option, use fans around the work area. If there are no fans, get out of the sun and take breaks in shady areas. Wear loose-fitting, breathable clothes, preferably of cotton material. It's not a bad plan to have a hard hat with a large brim to keep the sun off your neck and your face. Use some sunscreen as well. Remember also that respirators or masks reduce the amount of oxygen you're breathing, so realize you won't get as much done with extra heat and breathing difficulty. Here's the deal. It's hot out there. Working in the heat is rough, and it takes a while to get adapted to it, but we have to take care of each other and watch out for our crew, especially to the foremen and supervisors. You need to be watching your guys. Watch how they're doing and keep a close eye on them. Give them a break if they need a break. If we just keep driving them, they're not going to do well, and it's going to cost all of us in big ways. We have a lot of guys that are still learning and getting adjusted to the heat. Remember also that once someone has had heat exhaustion, he will be more susceptible to heat exhaustion for the rest of his life. So watch out for each other. Keep your head up and keep up the good work. Thanks.